Hello, friends and strangers, and welcome back to Hell as Us. I already drove to the forest last time, and just because I wanted to just save, because you can't save inside the APC, but there was a cutscene which I will just edit in right now.
It was clever of you to remove our tracker, especially for a civilian. But you aren't a civilian, are you? We still managed to get clear pictures of you both. It's only a matter of time before we ID you. When we do, I will turn my attention toward the people you care about. Will I find someone in Jova? The Vista Hills?
Charming.
She's hot on our trail.
Then whatever business we have here, let's make it quick.
Okay. We're here mostly to look at the vault, and I didn't expect to have something special happen, but that cutscene definitely implies that we will soonish probably even have a direct confrontation with an entire OMSIF team, probably. Maybe only that woman. I don't think she's gonna be alone. I think she's gonna probably have an entire group of people hunting us. Can you just run past these? Maybe. Because we're just here for the door. Okay, maybe not you. And I do not have stamina. Whoa. Game, you okay? Not sure how much that will show up. God dang it. Okay, door. Now I have a question. Can we actually figure this out? Like, I know it was shown to us and I took notes on it, but I looked through most of the things we have and I don't really know where this is actually in our inventory. Which is a bit of a problem, honest opinion. Those are all just the things we have. There is an extra thing out that's called research. There we can find it. Okay, you have an extra tab that we didn't... Did we not have it before, or did I just never look at it? But there is the code that we need. Okay. So it is in our inventory. It is absolutely something we can find. I've been here before, and I tried to figure out what it is, because most of the all of four of the limbic sphere symbols are actually in here. I just hope that I could potentially figure it out because of the way they are ordered in other things like our inventory or the upgrade menu at Victor's. So I tried to somewhat brute force it, but that didn't work, because two of those symbols were not limbic spheres, so that was literally not possible. And I don't know what I expected, but it's just one room full of stuff. I mean, probably interesting stuff, but still, I kind of, for some reason, hoped that this would be like an entire underground, like a little dungeon to explore or something, but nope. Tome, a bitter triumph, a page from a dusty tome decrying the cost of dealing with the anomalies. Found in a vault of forbidden knowledge in Sinatra Forest. It has worked. We have sundered one of the blasphemous, bulbous apparition, and with it its wretched snare of ceaseless torment, gone, dissolved. Yet my heart did sink the moment I beheld the prize. The poor Hadeans, once ensnared within that infernal cycle, now lay dead at my feet. How can this be? Mere minutes passed as I stepped beyond the accursed bounds of the anomaly. Just before the start of the ritual, I turned once more to behold them. They writhed in their ghastly repetition, still alive. But now they are lifeless. Their bodies lie still upon scorched and flattened earth. Did our prison bring this fate upon them? Or were they never truly alive within that wretched mirage? And yet we rejoice, for we have our answer. The Amine prison served their purpose. The nightmare can be undone. But at what cost? The poor boy, our chosen courier, has perished within the maw of the anomaly. As one draws closer to its midway, where the unseen venom waxes strongest, survival is impossible. The Tekes, ever keen of eye, has bid us look to the ground. Where once the monstrous bulb did stand, the scorched earth is left scarred in twisted furrows, spiraling into the soil. A pattern most familiar to us, akin to those we have found amongst the strange compounds we have forged and now wield. So that's detailing closing a time loop in ancient times where they sent people in that, well, didn't make it. And we have a new Amine prison. So we can probably also close the other time loop. Or still no, because we don't have all time loop guardians. New glyph, gluttony, limbic sphere, ecstasy. A deep yearning discharges a vortex of ecstatic energy, drawing all limbic entities into melee range and stunning them upon arrival. I definitely need to test out some of the other weapons, or rather, different upgrade paths. Definitely going to do that at some point. Glyph, Wave of Wrath, Limbic Sphere Rage. A wave of rageful energy erupts from the ground in front of you and rushes forward, damaging all limbic entities in its path. No lock-on required, range 15 meters. I mean... I am using a rough weapon right now, so let's try that. Parchment Preparations. An ancient parchment about the construction of a large contraption found in a vault of forbidden knowledge. My dear Tekes, the mighty oaks of the western woods lie felled, their boughs hewn and their trunks laid bare. Our lumbersmiths toil, shaping the countless timbers for the great work ahead. Already our sight turns to the next forest, where yet more trees shall fall in service of our design. Yet our need is vast, copper in great measure and gold greater still. A scaffold did crumble just days ago, and with our strongest chains lay shattered, and with it our strongest chains lay shattered. Let the forges burn bright and the anvils ring. By week's end we shall require fresh chains and sturdy pulleys, lest our labors falter. As for the crystals which Zargab and Drak did set to their arts, they scarcely yielded the ether propagation we had foreseen. The miners must delve yet deeper, seeking a greater trove, though I fear our path may lie not in quantity but in wisdom. Perhaps a new conductor must be sought, one to magnify the sphere's proliferation beyond its bounds. And lo, our shroud, its breadth must be greater than we dared reckon, so let us send forth our seekers that they might unearth fresh veins of ore, for our task hath only just begun. Gabran. Didn't really heard any of the names except for Tekes, if I'm even pronouncing that correctly. That could be the great work, the thing, the weird astrolabe that it apparently was like such a great undertaking. That definitely sounds like it was a super great undertaking that they're talking about. They need a lot of things. So, potentially? Because I think that was one of the things that, through its research, like opened the code for this, didn't it? Another glyph. Feed on fear. Limbic sphere terror. You create a link of pure fear between you and a targeted limbic entity, siphoning vitality from its terrified state. Healing 232 per second, damage 36 per second. Then it costs limbic energy 30 per second. Huh. That definitely sounds interesting. Letter to Rosetta. My dear Rosetta, I have stepped beyond our walls today. I was not afraid, for the war at last has halted, and by our own labors we have granted the country this fragile peace. But then I was afraid, no, more than afraid. I was struck still, my very soul seized by terror. For the whispers that have reached us, the rumors spoken in hushed and trembling voices, they are true. Demons walk among us, spectres roam the land, I have seen them. Rosetta, with my own eyes I have beheld the wicked things, maddening spectral shapes, writhing in kaleidoscopic colors that defy reason, their twisted forms swirling above the ground, shifting like a fevered dream. And their screams, by Zephyrus, their screams! Not the wails of beasts, nor the howls of imagined monsters, but twisted, disturbing, and traumatic voices like our own, human and suffering, yet immaterial and ethereal all the same. As though souls were trapped within the maws of these fiends, mouths, if such things even possessed them, filled not with teeth, but with endless agonizing emotions, and they massacred anyone who came close, but only humans. They do not seem perturbed by animals or worms. Worse yet, I know now their source. They spawn from the time anomalies. They linger near them, they guard them, as if protecting that which should never have been disturbed. This is our doing. It is because of the one we sundered, because of the Amine. Twice now we have condemned our own people. Twice now our hands have wrought ruin instead of salvation. When shall it end, Rosetta? When shall we cease to damn those we wish to save? Where in all the madness and ruin lies the answer to this wretched curse? Yours in despair, Hawes. Huh. So that might be why this is forbidden knowledge. He says that twice now we damned them, and it is because of the one we sundered. Who is that referring to? Well, I guess we'll figure it out when we open more of these vaults, when we find more of them. But that is probably a very big clue to understanding what's really going on. Glyph, Overwhelm, Limbic Sphere, Grief. Grief energy gathers and discharges around you, overwhelming nearby limbic entities and stunning them. You can charge it, and it doesn't do damage, it's just charging up increases its radius, and you push them back. I mean, if you're backed into a corner, that probably isn't the worst idea. Well, I don't think there's too much here. I will probably cut some stuff from here on out, and we're just gonna be back when we're actually doing something. Hello?
Thank you so much for helping with the truck back in Vista Hills. I brought everyone willing to come. None of this is easy for anyone. But at least they'll be safe here.
How are you holding up?
It's so good to see my pops again. I wish it were under better circumstances. I still can't grasp that all my brothers are gone. Doesn't feel real.
Do you know where this flower grows?
No, but my father would know. The actual green thumb in the family was my mother. When she passed, my dad continued to honor her memory through her passion for plants and flowers. He used to bring her a gorgeous bouquet of that blue flower every time he returned from his fishing trips.
That's also then probably why he put flowers on your not on your, but on the graves of your brothers.
Do you know anything about the tower?
Please don't tell my father about this. But my brothers and I used to go there when we were kids.
I know it's a video game and all, but if you don't want him to know about it, maybe we should not talk about it while he's sitting right next to us.
We were always trying to find a way inside until we heard the scream. A high-pitched screech that made our blood run cold. We never went back after that.
Probably for the better. Well, if you might have answers, I will talk to you last.
Sethris gaze upon you, stranger. If not for you, I don't think I would have survived the journey here. I think Mika, Dag, and I will be okay here. Thank you.
Mr. Atticus is the coolest. He brought me and Mrs. Koss and Mika here. This place is awesome. There's so much room to play. I can't wait until Mama sees it.
My son has returned, and I hear you had something to do with it.
How are things?
Mere words cannot express the joy I feel. He's all I have left. You have my sincere gratitude for helping him return home. He helped these poor souls get by when he barely had anything. He's a true Palamist. I'm so proud of him. The Saab soldiers never found my reserves, so there's plenty of food to go around.
How's Atticus doing?
He's a Cadell. He'll pull through. The road to his recovery will be long and difficult. And I'm not talking about the body. I'm talking about the mind. The things he's seen, endured. I'll be there for him every step of the way.
This flower, do you know where it grows?
I know the species. It's called Adder's Tear. It grows only in one place, Lake Simon. I used to take fishing trips there. Sometimes I would sit there, waiting for something to bite, realizing how sad it was that my sons never came along. Life seems to be a series of missed opportunities.
Well, I was planning on asking everybody in the village of Jova, but I guess we don't have to. Maybe I still go there. Well, you'll know if I find something there. Dooby-doo. Yeah. Okay, another limbic pull-on. Flower medallion, a bronze medallion with a blue inlaid ceramic flower. Yeah, I remembered by looking through some of the inventory, we have a key that I first thought was for the mines, but no, we need a special key for that. But it had no markings of any kind, and so did this. So I was like, well, let's just try it. Well, that works.
Find anything? Let's see what the Zeal server has to say about this one.
Adder's Tear Oathstone. Medallions like these have served since the founding of the Vigil to induct new members into the Order. During the induction ceremony, they were held in the right hand while the recruit recited the sacred oath of the Vigil, itself based heavily on the original Full Guard oath. To maintain secrecy, membership was limited to the close family, usually children of existing members. The blue flower, Adder's Tear, became the symbol of the Vigil. It was chosen to remind members of their sacred duty in protecting what lies beneath the fields of Lake Sinan. Adder is an interesting thing, because that makes me think of snakes. And we know of one specific problematic serpent, so I'm very interested if that has something to do with that, actually.
Welcome back. Let me know if you need any repairs or enhance.
Do you know where this flower grows?
Abbot Jaffer might know. The priests at the Patham Abbey produce mead. They set up their beehives in different parts of Umberhan. It's pretty damn good stuff. I used to steal some back in the day. It's a long shot, but you never know until you ask. Besides, I think seeing a friendly face would do him some good.
Well, that is mostly confirming what I initially thought, even though we already have an answer, but I was like, probably the priest knows something, so...
I'm glad to see you again, my son.
How are you holding up?
My Lord Sethris has put me on this path for a reason. Just like Palom, I will carry on, endure whatever torment Captain Voss and his men throw at me. I will not falter.
You know where this flower grows?
I know this flower very well. My brothers and I produce mead at the Abbey. Together, the honey we need, we set up our beehives in Lake Sinan, where this flower blooms. It's quite beautiful, but who knows what state it's in now. Lake Sinan was where I was going to bring my niece, Rebecca. It's the perfect place to start healing.
Interesting, we could have gotten the information from different people. Also, now that we are here, I want to quickly check on the dog. I don't think we can take him and bring him to well, his original owner, but maybe.
I found the poor pup whimpering alone in a house. Just abandoned. He's in good hands now, though. Hey! Hands off! I found him. He's mine now.
No, we can't just... I'm not entirely sure how we will get this done. Maybe we can trade something with this person that will make her go away. Maybe we'll find something that she wants and we can then just be like, hey, can we have the dog? Well, back to the time loop, which we can't enter yet, but we have something that shows us the way to... Okay, I don't know what I expected. I did not expect that. But I guess somewhere that way. I'm just gonna try and find it if I can. And we're gonna be back. Also, this quite potent lingering effect isn't bad. Oh. Well, there's the sound again. We did it. How did I... Did I actually just somehow get completely around this group of just very normal enemies? Well, anyway, back to Bob.
No one is allowed in or out of Jova. Go back to the town.
Oh, we weren't aware.
Hang on. Ethnic cards, please. Shoot them! No one is allowed in or out of Jova. Go back to the town.
Oh, we weren't aware.
Hang on. Ethnic cards, please. Shoot them!
That is a lot of bullets. Holy. There is no happiness here. Well, I'm just gonna try to not think about it too much. And think about it differently. Now that that is done, and probably at least one person who has binoculars that always is watching might have seen that, do you have something to say to that? Or do you not?
What now?
How are things?
What do you think? We're surrounded by things we can't kill. My men's morale is lower than a palamist's belly. And to top it all off, I've got an idiot pestering me with stupid questions.
Good to hear.
You know where this grows?
Do I look like a fucking gardener to you?
Well, no, he has nothing to say that we literally took care of one of the potential big problems. Especially since he has binoculars and he always looks in that direction, I actually really thought that he has something to say. I didn't expect him to now be super friendly or anything. I didn't even expect him to now, like, be nice enough to, like, let us enter the Abbey or something. No. But at least something of, like... I don't know if recognition is the right word, but oh well. But... well... I think now it's time to go to Lake Sinan, or first, maybe... we are going to get our reward first. Hello again, Mr. Gildas.
Remember, whenever you accomplish...
What's our status on time loops?
Good. You closed a few of them. I'm sure there are more out there.
More tuning stones. Glyph, limbic slivers. Ambient limbic energy crystallizes into multiple shards projected towards your target. You can charge it, then it is damaged per projectile. But it is not increasing the cost. So, does it make more projectiles when you charge it? Glyph Berserk, Limbic Sphere Rage. Oh yeah, the other one was neutral. Didn't say that. Enter a state of rageful defiance that wards against getting stunned, staggered, knocked back, and any other crowd control effect thrown at you. Stun immunity 100% for 20 seconds. That's something. I definitely want to test out the shards, because that sounds interesting. But now, onwards to the unknown.
We now know one of you. Tanya Alver, the journalist obsessed with Hadia.
Shit, that's not good.
Careful of Miss Alver. She's notorious for trying to get the scoop on our little neck of the woods. So much so that she's gotten several of her friends killed trying to get it.
Don't even try that psychological bullshit with me.
One mystery man remains. It's only a matter of time before we ID you. I take pleasure in knowing that you buried... Who was it? Your brother? Sister? Mother?
Father. His name was Vitalis, but I'm sure you knew that already.
Why didn't you tell me he was your father?
You didn't ask.
And here I thought you knew nothing. I have 1,000 questions.
Okay, pump the brakes. I was born here, but I grew up on the outside. Spent years trying to get in.
Why did you come back?
Like you. I had 1,000 questions.
Ooh. Pretty. Well, the confrontation is getting closer. And it definitely shows off again our very practical-minded protagonist of being not really an emotional person, except for... Apparently, even though he didn't really have an emotion showing when his father died, he definitely reacted to it right now. So maybe he's not just as emotionless as he seems. He just keeps it under control mostly. But this is a very stark contrast to the rest of the game. This looks just peaceful and nice, and then you have stuff that looks like it's also a tourist attraction. Note, lost keys. A note with instructions on where to return a lost set of keys, found on the message board at Lake Sinan. Attention, lost keys. In the vicinity of the reservoir. Must have slipped out of my pocket. I found, please mail or deliver to Samus General Store, 12 Riverside Street, Maristan, Arguala, 19735. Beside the post office. Thank you, Samo. I guess we're gonna find some keys. 9mm pistol. A small hand pistol with an Eye of Zephyrus emblem engraved on the side. Note conspiracy. A note urging readers to follow up on conspirational claims. Found at the picnic area of Lake Sinan. So yeah, tourist area. Fellow truth seekers, everything they had told us is a lie. The puppet dictator had no real power, the biggest cover-up in Haitian history. All my proof can be found in Computer Room D at the National Library. Broaden your mind, find the clues. The truth is out there. Oh, that's great. That's a helicopter. And that might be another one. I'm pretty sure that is another one. Even though it's very far away and therefore very pixelated. So... the confrontation might be earlier than I assumed. But also... the conspiracy that we already had some ideas about, that something is going on. And especially with like these weird OMSIF soldiers, it's like someone is playing, like, I don't know, very much is doing something from the shadows. Nobody knows about it and whatnot. First aid. Well, after the initial like fight where I really struggled, I think it was the first group of like 5 Hollow Walkers with 1 haze. I haven't really used any of the medkits. Going back to the beginning where it was like, oh, this is a bit too easy, and now I'm like, well, actually it sounds like it might be again. We have seen this. Well, it's on the scroll. Those are the 4 pillars around and 1 extra that are lit up. Oh, and this is the thing that it also was showing. We need a key for it. It has a symbol on the lower side of... it could just be some kind of cup. Or maybe it's like a holy grail. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if it turns out to be something like that. Can we... Okay. To answer my question, yes. Yes, we can. We can just hit them to make them glow, and potentially we have to do that in a specific order. But the scroll doesn't really show that. But we also definitely cannot swim, and that is water. Doesn't necessarily look like it's like super deep water, it might be a little shallow, but that doesn't matter, it is something that we are not allowed to be in. Always good to know, but hilarious nonetheless that that was just like perfect. Oh, they have symbols on them. There's a key. Oh, I get it. There's the cup. We are going to find more of these, and then we're gonna figure this out, because this one has the second symbol is the drop. Well, a droplet. It's a droplet of water. Well, well, already onto solving this. Nah, I can't read that. This just seems to be, yeah, like a way around. Can just walk up here. And we'll find Cap, veteran. I've seen it all before, same shit, different day. Oh, is that a cap we can wear? Yay! Gotta be honest, since we're mostly walking and only looking at the back side of the head of our protagonist, it's like a cap is really not that great as like an accessory, because we're not looking at the front that often. I mean, I guess we are in cutscenes, so there's that. But still, it's not the most like obvious visual thing. It is incredibly quiet in this area. This is broken off. And it is broken off on the wrong side. No. Well, we probably get the information from all the other pieces. Now I have to go back around to get back up there. So, yeah, if we have the information of all the other pieces, it doesn't matter if one is broken. That's just the last thing. And this one is a star as the second one. I am taking notes on this. So, something, droplet, something, star, cup. The other one is over there. Where is... There. There is one. And this one shows us... The top is a crown. And then we already saw that the final thing was a key. So we now have an order. We need crown, droplet, key, not this one. This one. Then the star. And then the cup. And there is something that opened. And it doesn't really have sound? Huh. I'm gonna be honest, without like big rumbly noises and stuff, this felt a bit anticlimactic. What are you? A wheel. Gear, spindle, old wooden spindle gear found in a hidden alcove at Lake Sinan. What are we doing with that? Oh, we're just putting it in here, I guess. And the water drains. Okay, my comment about this being shallow water is definitely proven wrong. This is not shallow. I do, however, want to check out this house first, because that is like very, very obvious the way to go. So always go the other ways first, because you will find interesting things. Or at least you have a chance to find interesting things. Those are the bees. This is where they make their honey. Okay. We can't seem to get into the house, but we can get above. Nope. Nope. Denied. It's really just bees. All the bees and... Good old video game logic. No, we cannot actually go over this. Definitely only like a knee-high thing. No. We have to walk around, because this is impossible for a human to cross. Especially for a grown man that is thrice the size of this thing. Ooh, medium basic meals. We so far only had small ones that I have not used yet. Is that a mistake? Should I use them more? Potentially. I'm not gonna deny it. But I also have not had too much trouble that I'm like, oh no, this is definitely super, super important. It's more like, well, if I remember it, I will do it. Huh. I kind of expected we get a broken handle or a key or something from that, and not a medkit that's just hanging at the door. But sure, if you say so. I guess we have to accept that. Well, there's really nothing here. I mean, it's cool to see that this is not just a story thing of like, oh, they told us that they were having bees here for honey, but like, no, there is an entire freaking, like, one house with all of those little, I don't know what you call them, but like, yeah, there's definitely a full production there. And oh my god, that's so much deeper than I expected. And it's always the question of like, how the frick do you even build something like this? Because like, this is deep underground. And then we're just gonna flood the whole thing. Keys, algae. A set of keys whose keychain is covered in algae found in a reservoir at Lake Sinan. Can we use them or can we research them? Another one of these wonderful things that we can't interact with. I just realized we lost some of the rods that we used, so all of these are not multiple use, they are only for specific doors. That's interesting. We have one that we need here, but only one. So another thing on the list of things that we have to come back to. And it, oh my god, it goes down. I hope this was be like just a straight hallway ahead, but no, it goes down even further. And half of it is collapsed. That's inviting. That's great. That is the symbol again of the eye. That also was on the little stone things that gave us the code. This is statues. Their faces are marked with the symbols of, that is the limbic sphere of terror. That's rage. These are from the symbols that we've seen in the Watcher's Nest as well. That's grief. That is ecstasy. And these are some of the other ones that we've seen with the knights in Panthers Algiers little resting place. All the knights around, they were always paired up. One limbic sphere with something else. Horse the Reckless. Let his temerity shield us from the sphere of vigilance. Oh, they also say it's a sphere. But it's not a sphere that we can use. So far, I shouldn't jump the gun. So far. Zargab the Compassionate. Let his kindness be the bulwark against the sphere of loathing. Gabran the Brave. Let his fearlessness preserve us against the sphere of terror. Jish the Temperate. Let her patience fend off the sphere of rage. Tekes the Unimpressed. Let her gravitas defend us from the sphere of admiration. This should then be... oh no. Belgran the Serene. Let his inner peace protect us from the sphere of grief. I expected to read Panthers Algier. Drak the Humorless. Let his stoicism safeguard us from the sphere of ecstasy. Faram the Weary. Let her apathy deliver us from the sphere of amazement. Some of these are very interesting titles, like these two especially, like being called the Humorless and then having a statue made for you to be like, hey, you are a great person. That's just interesting. And this also, like, let her apathy. It's like, apathy is not a good thing. But you phrase it like it is. That's really, that's interesting. But it goes back to like the creatures being born from the emotions of humans, so apathy is like literally the absence of that. If you're really like if you really are empathic, then like you're not really feeling much, you don't really react much to stuff, so I guess it does work with how they are telling this. Also, murals on the wall. We see I guess mostly normal villagers. There's a shepherd in the back. And then we have a priest of some sort, and in front of him is the thing we found a blueprint of, the astrolabe. This... Did they finish it or did they not? I don't think we have concrete info on that actually. We only know that it was like a tremendous task. And we have blueprints for it. There's an entire group of priests. Limbic Rod, Terror, why? Limbic Door, Limbic Forge, mystery discovered. Spoilers! I don't know what this place is. Now you're telling me this is a Limbic Forge. Well, okay, fine. I'm assuming that that is what they mean. And we have the priest moving away from a castle, so setting out on a pilgrimage possibly. Discussing an ancient urn. The moon has grown an eye and is coming down to Earth. I don't know. This just look very, very foreboding and potentially bad. Could have something to do with the calamity. But they all just look up at it. They don't really give off any emotion or something, so potentially not something bad, potentially something that just... Windows! No! Leave me alone! At least for now. Yeah, I don't know. Could be something good, could be something just otherworldly that they found and that they revere. This one is definitely, again, what we found with the blueprint. It's something they made or wanted to make to potentially, like, show the way, to help understand certain things. Oh, goody. We have had nothing yet. And the game is like, yeah, here's a save point. What is behind the door? Will it be terrible? It's 1, but he has 3 bars of how you move differently. A little bit. Or not. I want to test the shards. Yeah, if you hold it, it just shoots multiple. Okay. So we had to potentially parry you much more to get a critical on you, but other than that, you're just a normal enemy we've already seen. Nothing too special. They're using water power. Question is, of course, for what? Sometimes I feel a bit weird with this sword, because now that I've used it so much, it's leveled up and it hits hard. But I'm like, I'm actually liking the slow speed somewhat, and how much range it has, so I kinda want to stick with it. But it feels a little bit like over-leveled. I don't know. The esteemed halls of the honored full god, stalwart spearhead against the limbic menace, and all who would rise against our cause and mystery. Okay. I don't expect any of these open. Great suppressor, but a bigger one. I still have not used these, nor have I really found them necessary. The tranquil quarters of the ever-wise scholars of the Order of the Eye. May their seeking be swift and the solution soon revealed. Oh, okay. Some of them do open. Rage, ecstasy suppressor. They only last a little longer. They provide the same protection, so... Is that necessary? I don't know. Not a door, but nothing to read on it. But it has the symbol of the Foal Guard. And it does open, goddammit, why? And this has the symbol of the Vigil. And this does not open. And then we have a door with two things that we need to put stuff in that we don't have. The Great Atrium. Well, we opened the door up here first, so let's go here first. More water wheels. Again, what are you really using them for? Ow! That was a lot of damage. Also, I just realized I have the passive thing equipped that after I parry I do like plus 200% damage or something. That might be why the damage right now felt a bit overpowered. Not because the sword itself is really that strong, but mostly just because that bonus is pretty good. Realm's Drago, foremost among the victorious proto-martyrs, the first to successfully tread the path of sacred sacrifice in service of our atonement. Okay, some person with an A-mine prison inside of something that definitely is supposed to depict the time loop. The scholars around them, and then the scholar/priest carrying a coffin of the deceased person. Now entering stage 2. What? Why can't I hit you? Why can I not hit you? Oh. Okay, a lot more damage. These things do a lot more damage. My question still has no answer. Why couldn't I damage you after I defeated the haze? That's how that works. Kill the haze, the Hollow Walker becomes vulnerable. Why did that not work? Okay, now I can. But why did that not work before? I must have missed something. There was something more going on. Oh, I thought this was maybe the way back, but maybe not yet. Maybe that's the door back to the big area. No, of course not. We have an owl symbol, so we probably need some kind of key with the same symbol. That's how that works. Oh, interesting. To the north and to the south, the way will be revealed. Okay, not all of them, north and south. We have a compass, so south is that one. So we need to do probably both of those. And then the two I already did are the north. For a moment I saw these and I was like, ooh, do they have something to do with the ones that we were, well, activating in Akasa Marshes for the big door? Because we still are missing two. It would have been weird if it was in a different area, but I still kind of hoped. Sigil, Order of the Eye. A wooden relic featuring an embossed silver emblem of spokes surrounding a series of dots found in the Limbic Forge. Handheld sigil representing the Order of the Eye. Purpose believed to be largely ceremonial, well, or from the door we've already seen as a key. So, there's also this door. Okay, another door that's locked from the other side. This needs a key. This is definitely a confusing area. More... Okay. Doing enemies first. Ow. I just took my finger off of the block button. And I need to stop just mashing attack at enemies. But it works sometimes. Okay, I wanted to look at this. Two knights with weird glowing weapons, potentially the weapons like what we have, limbic weapons, because like the tip of this sword also glows, so potentially something like that. Some more normal looking person finding a sword embedded in the ground. Two knights arriving at some kind of gate with a sword in the ground. And two normal soldiers arriving at the same gate with a sword in the ground. The difference is the normal people arrive at a day, the special knights arrive at night. Huh. I am not sure what that's supposed to depict, really. Or rather, what the big thing is that is going to show us and help us with. Whoa. And yeah, this is where we need that wooden thing. But we need two of them. Okay, stronger enemies. They definitely all have now multiple bars of... what was it called? Stability? Stance? They all definitely do more damage. And the range enemies are still a pain. And we have, oh my god, too many places to go. Armory. No. That is the ecstasy sphere, and we do not have any of those. We cannot open that. And we're back in the main room. Okay. Do we go up or do we go down? Oh my god, why is everything leading to 2 more doors? Okay, that one opens. Don't open, please. God dang it. Yeah. Okay, this seems to be a room. Just a room. That's good. No more extra places to go, except for we can open this. Which is... okay, back in the other room. That takes away a few places that don't really lead anywhere. Okay, good. Key, Crying Eye. A worn key depicting a crying eye, found on a wooden stool in the Limbic Forge. Why did you have to be like, oh yeah, it's not just that you found it in this place, you found it on a wooden stool. Wooden stool. Why is that important? Doesn't matter. Probably just there for flavor text. The crying eye has been mentioned before. I am not sure if we've seen a door with it. God dang it. So far, the developers definitely, in terms of level design, have absolutely made sure we cannot just go to the ranged enemies. They were like, nah. If you want to get rid of this annoying asshole, you gotta go down the hard way. And here I am cheesing the game, because the game cheeses me, so I'm going to cheese back. Deal with it. But this is a way of no return. I cannot get back up here specifically. So... we're gonna do... this first. If we can even do anything here. It just leads us to more doors that open. Because of course they all do. To make sure that you have absolute paralysis in making a decision. Because you now have 52 decisions to make. Except these seem to lead to the exact same place. I think that one wanted to do the same ambush attack as the one before that was pretty devastating. Time Loop Guardian. But like, yeah. Okay, as long as that cool extra bonus effect is on, our sword is glowing rainbow colored. But also the damage increase from landing a parry definitely is visible. Like, it's visible a lot. In some of the earlier part, I think I said something about, like, I'm not sure if parrying is worth it, because you don't necessarily, like, get it on everything. But, like, with a damage increase like that, I'm like, well, it might be very worth it to learn how to parry. Because, like, look at how much we just demolish them when we can. And Another one of these that we cannot do. God dang it. There's so many of these and we don't find that many rods, so they either must hold very important things like bigger upgrades for later or something, or I must have missed like limbic rods from side stuff. But so far I think like I did everything I could. I don't really feel like I missed out on things or I didn't do certain things. So far I've been pretty thorough. Is that a different animation? I think these have new attacks. Potentially. Yeah, that does not look like the normal. I missed the heal. Sigil Full Guard. Wooden relic featuring an embossed silver emblem of a sword over a flower found in the Limbic Forge. Purpose logic ceremonial, or as a key. That is how we go back. Okay. That is how we can go back. I was questioning that. Because this doesn't look like this goes anywhere. Limbic battery, also medium now. We are getting medium. We're also getting medium shards from these. I haven't really looked at that, haven't paid attention. Which could mean we can find something here that lets our little friend Victor upgrade our weapons further. I don't know why I called him little. He's a normal grown man. They have no reason to call him that. This looks like the Knights of the Full Guard and probably the priests of the Order of the Eye. And this is a knighting ceremony. And then we have the same thing because it was so good 2 more times. I'm not judging. I'm just saying you could have probably done that better. You didn't need to take the same thing multiple times. It's just unnecessary. Well, but we have the things we need, so now we can open this door and see what awaits us on the other side. More ranged enemies in the back. Also a big, large water wheel. They really hurt now. No! I really need to get my timing in order for the healing pulse. Locked from the other side. That's a lot of doors that don't open in this place now. I am hoping you are not going to shoot at me. Can I act one without the other one? Kind of? Oh my god. Like seriously, that was just like killing an enemy in 2 hits, and even the normal ones need like 5. Like if that doesn't show how crazy upgrade on damage with a parry. I don't know. Key owl. An iron key depicting the head of an owl. We know where the owl door is. We can get back there. Probably want to do that. Limbic Forge. And we need some sort of a hammer as a key to open this door. Water sluice controls. And this one needs a wheel. Yeah, nothing happens. There needs to be a wheel here, and there needs to be a wheel here. We can't do anything yet. Okay, hammer, 2 wheels. Not the most difficult things to remember. Door is locked from the other side. Goodness gracious, how many like backtracking like corridors does this area have? And we can't go anywhere here. Which means we literally can only now go back to the owl door. We have like literally no other place to go. We can't go over there. There's a door there, so that's how we get there. And then we only have like all of these places that are also mostly locked. This is not where the owl was. That is also not where the owl was. Now, do I remember where it was? Yes. Kind of. Okay. I should distract you. Ah, you took a lot of stamina. I think it is time to finally use some of these healing items again. Ow. Ow. Those things hurt. Even when you block. Okay. New enemies. Definitely a different caliber of difficulty, but also, if I'm gonna be honest, a bit more clunky so far. And that is Rage. We also don't have a limbic rod for that. And more doors, because of course it has to be more doors. Okay, this door is so unnecessary. There is a door here we just opened. This is 2 freaking steps away. Why is this here? This just makes it so much more confusing. And we're back on this place over here. We can actually get into the middle of the... Okay. I think it said something in the beginning that the amount of like healing you can get is based on the damage you do. I think that just 100% confirm that, like, it is absolutely proportional. If you hit incredibly hard, you're gonna have ridiculous healing from the healing pulse. Another reason why that parry extra damage is incredible. Gear spooked. Spoked? A large reinforced wooden gear with spokes. Found in Olympic Forge. I have never heard that word before. Oh, and I nearly didn't see this. The first library. Well, this room? Because this room is empty. I hope you have something more in your library than stone pillars that are probably serving the purpose of holding the whole room up. Oh goody, more new hazes that probably will absolutely demolish me. Okay, you are looking like a freaking sun monster. Goodness gracious, the designs are cool, but also just very difficult to parse of what you're actually doing. Like, honestly, visual design, 11 out of 10. They are freaky, they are weird, they are strange, they are everything weird monsters need to be. They are awesome, they have still definitely certain themes to them. But in terms of combat, what threw me off right there is just like the attack that you can parry looks exactly like one of the others. Maybe if I fight them more I will find the difference and be like, okay, that is how you can tell, but right now I was like, okay, we can just parry that, and then it didn't do it, and I was like, what, that's the same, it looks like it. So like, looks cool, but in terms of like figuring out of what the enemy does and how you have to deal with it, yeah, a bit difficult. Old Sketchbook, an aged tome containing various faded sketches and illegible text. But it has a picture of... there's people. Some are kneeling, some are standing, they all have their arms raised, I guess they are praying or something. And in the middle is a labyrinth looking thing with an eye in the middle. And everything around is weirdly distorted. It looks like it could be... like I would have said, like at the top it looks like it's like a bit of like teeth. But that's really weird. What is this? Oh wait. Maybe I'm interpreting too much, but could this be like an open snake maw? Again, the serpent is a symbolism that has come up multiple times, so maybe... well, I don't know where that is. Take the plunge. Oh, we're just back in the library. Okay. Well, we have one of the gears. Don't really have another place to go. So I'm guessing that this will be enough. Oh, how wonderful. We're going deeper still. No, still not. Well, another trip with no return. Or at least no immediate return. Where is that range? Okay, down there. I don't care. And I finally found out what these do. They reduce limbic energy. That's what they do. Yay. That mystery is finally solved. Chapel. What's this for? I don't like you in that place. Then again, I have not liked the ranged enemies in any place, so that doesn't really tell you anything. This is a way back to the store. Okay, cool. Something happened. Aww. We are locked inside. That is what happened. Should have seen that coming. That's why there is a freaking lever to Jeebus. Okay. That one did freaking scare me. The fact that they don't stagger when you hit them, and you just have to live with the fact that they will just hit you back. There's a bit of an issue when they hit this hard too. Also hit home. Goodness gracious, is that a lot though? Are we okay now? Okay. Great. Wonderful. Limbic Raw Terror X. So far we had Y, Z, and X as names for these. Not like A, B, C, but like the later half of the latter half of the alphabet. The second library. And it has the eye symbol. And a lot of hollow walkers. Sometimes the camera is not on your side. what do we have here for great, wonderful things? Bracers of Grief, Denial. Obviously, Limbic Sphere Grief. Defensive gear. The normal stats of damage, absorption, and endurance bonus. Strikes against you will reduce the stamina cost of your next attack. Huh. Strikes against you. So if you get hit, or potentially also when you block, not just when you take damage, but you then have less stamina cost of hitting back, that's not necessarily the worst. But I mean, not getting hit is probably an overall better idea. Well, as the combat shows, I am definitely doing a terrible job at that, so maybe that is actually good. Very good gear for me. Okay, so some kind of, I think it's maybe a grave, then we have a gate, now we have a tree. But it's always the knights pulling out the sword or normal soldiers. Well, except here they have pulled it out, they're not in the action of doing so. Alone we cannot prevail, yet when the hour is upon us, the farmer, the hunter, the carpenter, and the warrior alike shall unknowingly rise to our cause. The full guard, ever watchful, shall sow the very seeds of the people's triumph. Oh, they are planting the swords for someone else to pick it up when the calamity is upon us again or something? Is that the idea? And we're back in this room. Okay. Okay, cool. We had other places to go. That is where we... Wait. No, we definitely were not here yet, were we? I just went in here, saw the door and opened it. Didn't go that way. I just came through here and there was a bunch of, yeah. Bunch of enemies, and then I instantly turned here and I didn't go through this. Okay. Found my orientation again. Now I know where we are. I mean, I don't know. Goodness gracious. Like, you're big and imposing. Spiky. Very, very spiky. Again, for the enemy design, I have to give a lot of credit. They are awesome. But I'm also just already fearing, like, if we ever get another enemy that has two of these, they're gonna be difficult to parse. That's gonna be an actually nightmarish experience. We shall neither forget nor falter. Our righteous purpose, turned to folly, now weighs heavy upon our shoulders. Yet the solution eludes us still. Ever shall we press onward, unyielding in our search. No, we can't go in. And I don't think we can, like, make this. We can. Oh, wow. So tunics. But we have stuff down here. We have... That is a way to go, and that is a way to go. They seem actually going somewhere. Okay. Fine. This could just be one room. Gonna believe that this is just one room with a door. Of course it has a door. Everything here has a door. Potentially like 15 of them. Gear, large. A large wooden gear resembling a water wheel, which we need for the contraption that opens. Well, what more water can we now drain? Limbic Rod Rage, W. Not just X, Y, Z. Limbic Chest, Limbic Forge Hall. Did it only need one rod, or did it need two? God damn it, why do you open? I have things downstairs to go to. Okay, I don't really know where we are. Limbic Rod, Neutral V. Limbic Chest, Limbic Forge Dormitory. Okay, I may have to go through this entire area again and try to figure out which of these is where. Because I'm gonna be honest, I do not fully remember. I don't. Ah, we're down in the big room. Okay, the big room still can go further down. We have still water to drain, I guess. We haven't reached the bottom yet. Goodness gracious, you really take stamina when you block these guys. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it with the damage that the enemies now deal, maybe, just maybe, the suppressors are actually kinda useful to not just die. Oh, this is how we get back, okay. But we have one last place to... Okay, wait a moment, can we go there actually? I'm not sure we can. Maybe we can drop down? Well, I can't shoot at you, apparently, so... I'm not even going to try. Oh yeah, we can definitely drop down here. Can we then get to you? No, we had to drop down over there. We can get there otherwise. Yeah, I didn't go there at first. We can go here. We can get to you. Should have waited and didn't. Ah! I thought you were done. Okay. Limbic Rod, Terror, W. Ow. Okay. The enemies don't just have more powerful hazes, but also more powerful moves in general, and big ouch. Oh, we could have also gone there from this point. Yeah. It was close behind us, but now we have this. Okay. We could of course try to go back, but part of me wants to now try to find... try to find all of the locked chests where we now have the rods for. We're here anyway. So, shall we just put this in now and activate it? Because why not? We have to find a way down anyway. Like, how exactly do we get down there now? This isn't open. Even if we take this to get somewhat downstairs. Okay, it looks like maybe from that side is where we're supposed to get down there. Which we could get to going down there. Oh, it doesn't close again. But yeah, maybe over here. Because we had this room. And then somewhere going down. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. That looks like a way down. And there's an enemy down there, which is why I'm going to actually use one of the small medkits. Great Sword of Rage, level 10, which is what mine is right now. That's hilarious. What do I do with a second one? Like, that's literally useless. Oh my god. Okay, wrong time on my part. Now. Okay, that went pretty okay. And now my sword is level 11. I don't think we can like reassign limbic spheres, because that would be cool. Then I would make the great swords into something else. Because now I have two high level ones and I can switch between. Why do I have the feeling that you are connected? Actually, they don't have the connection visible right now. I think normally they do even before the fight. And this is... Oh, hello. It was the old attack again. Yeah, I'm not crazy. That is different. Like, when I said some of these normal enemies, they have a different attack. That one that you can parry, it is different. It is actually different. It has a different animation. It might not really have different timing. It doesn't really feel like it, but the animation is different. This is this one. Okay, we have a faster way down. That's good. There are so many locked doors in this place. This is like a real maze. Okay. I don't think I can aggro you one more time. You can try to do something. That was faster than I expected. That is the same haze, it is already damaged. Ah. Okay, that is just evil. That attack just has an explosion of
The dosage must be off. Okay. Start over.
Well... was about time that we're hitting something more challenging. But yeah, they are together, that means unless I actually defeat one, I'm just gonna move away from you. Okay, no, the other one is alive and well. I must have hit him accidentally. I don't want you to do something so let's just don't do anything. Okay, I thought you would. Please. Make sure that we don't have to deal with both of them. Oh my god. That took all stamina. Okay, enemies that now do more damage sometimes also have a bit extra attacks, and then the more advanced hazes are definitely a little spike in difficulty. We'll get used to it, but right now it's a bit. We have everything. Yeah, now they're gone. I can't take them out again, so you only get exactly what you need. You're not getting more, you're not getting less, you get exactly what you need. Glyph, Shriek of Terror. Terrifying energy deepens and surges forward, wrecking all limbic entity in its path with dreadful pain. Can be charged and does damage based on the charge, and also has more range based on the charge. Again, I definitely want to figure out if I can maybe take the greatsword I just got and imbue it with a different limbic sphere. Glyph, Gluttony Enhanced. A deep yearning discharges a vortex of ecstatic energy, drawing all limbic entities into melee range and stunning them upon arrival. We had that, and it only stunned for 2 seconds, not for 3. This is a rank 2. Okay, that's interesting enough to really look at. Yeah. Why are they not next to each other? Because it's not equipped, I guess. But yeah, the normal one is, the rank 1 one is 2 second stun, 15 meter radius, 150 energy cost. This one is 180 energy cost, but stun duration is 3 seconds and the attraction radius is 20 meters. So upgrades all around, but therefore higher energy cost? Guess if I actually ever use this, I should upgrade to the better ability. Still, that's interesting. I expected that we at some point get equipment or like one of those tomes for Victor so that he can upgrade these glyphs, but apparently not. We just find better ones. Which on one hand means I don't have to worry about it, but on the other hand now I have to worry about it that like, well, I now have to actually find them. I can't just upgrade the ones I want. Which is what I actually would be worried about, of like if it costs like special stuff or if it costs a lot, that I upgrade the right ones, but now it's like, well, it's out of my hands. I have to take what the game gives me. Hall of Martyrs. And it's an elevator. Probably. Looks like one. And that looks like it's going down. Aren't we down enough yet? Also, what's up with these things? These look like the stones, like the ones that we hit to even open this whole thing back on the surface level. Why are there just like pieces of these? Why are they just lying around? Not even put in like a box or anything, they're just on the floor here and there. That's just weird. I guess this whole thing was flooded, so maybe that's the reason why. They just got taken away by the water when it came rushing in. Oh. This is a vibe. What the hell is with that wall? I mean, I would say like this can never occur naturally, but I mean, it literally grows into the rest of the rock, so I guess it's a supernatural thing, a phenomenon. But like, what the f... Okay. Oh, on the floor this time. By the thousands do they lie in this anointed hall, our venerable proto-martyrs, each offered life and breath for our cause. With ermine prison in hand, they strode unshaken into Maelstrom's heart, knowing naught but duty till flesh and spirit were undone. May they rest eternal in the light of the golden star, seated beside Zephyrus himself. So this is like a ceremonial grave to honor all those who gave their life to close the time loops. Interesting. This looks like a boss arena. Am I finally gonna have my boss fight? Really? No, you look very normal. Or not, this thing has a name. Ah, this hurts, and it hurts so much, holy. Okay, we have to dodge these, not block these. Really now. Well, except for that attack, that can be parried. Denial anger. What the? It's split. No, don't come all at once. Multiple enemies is not fun. Now, can we just... Well, it works somewhat. Okay, we don't have enough. Depression bargaining. How many do I have to fight? Oh wait, oh this is funny as frick. These are the stages of grief, I just realized. Because they're grief, they're blue. Ha, ha, ha. Oh that's... As much as I do not like the idea that they are like... Oh my god, you're reforming them already. No. Or not. It looked like it. Okay, maybe not necessarily like a full boss fight, but definitely something close to it. I'm gonna be honest. The idea of taking the stages of grief to take like a specific grief enemy and have it split into the stages, I'm gonna be honest, that is a cool idea on paper. But in terms of gameplay, it really is just like a group of enemies trying to chase you down. There is a lot of the time just not much you can do to make something like that a memorable, great encounter that's actually fun. Most of the time it's just like you're more equipped to dealing with one or two enemies. You have the drone that can distract one. You have some little abilities. I guess some of the AoE abilities that we have could potentially be used to take out all of them at once. Like, we have the grief sword that I have, and like the mine we can place and then explode. If you place that correctly, potentially you can like hit all of them, and if you do that like twice, maybe they all nearly die. So there are tools we have at our disposal, but still I would be like, it's just a group of enemies. That's not, it doesn't feel that great. Even though I will commend the idea. The idea is cool. I think just the execution is a little bit lacking. Here rests the venerable Calvin Modus, the first beacon in our struggle for redemption. Another Emma in prison. And we have a time loop, so can we already, like, close it? Yeah. Now all the ways are open. Aster's Band of Domination, active relic. Towering authority, subjugate the enemy standing all nearby. Stun duration 10 seconds, radius 10 meters, cooldown 3 minutes. Hammer of Modus. A large hammer that is cool to the touch. The handle is inlaid with gemstones found in the Limbic Forge. Hammer belonging to Calvin Modus, first of the Limbic Smiths. Used to forge the original Limbic weapons. Fundamentals of Limbic Forging. The pages of the tome appear to describe in great detail the fundamental methods of enhancing Limbic equipment. I am starting to completely not read things. New crafting tome for our friend Victor. Is it just me, or are the... No, it is definitely... This one is much more intense than the others. It looks bigger. Much bigger. It's also interesting that they have, like, tables, and there's people here. If this is, like, a monument for all the proto-martyrs. It's very interesting that they have, like... I don't know... like a tavern, nearly. But it's like underground like this. This is a bit interesting. Maybe this is where the proto-martyrs like got their last meal before they went out into, well, sacrificing themselves. Well, we have the thing, but we can't enter you. Okay, yeah, of course it points upwards. I do not know why I thought it would point anywhere else. I'm interested though why that thing looks so much bigger. Is the tragedy inside much more, well, tragic? Is it more pain that has been inflicted on people that are now stuck in this? Or has it something to do with potentially like how old it is? Do they grow with time? Right now I would expect it to be the first idea, that it's just based on how much pain and suffering this actually depicts, that is what, well, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but like the bigger tragedy causes a bigger time loop, in short. Well, we can open this door. But I honestly think this is a good time to call it quits for today. Hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day. Till next time.